We are in the outer court of the hidden kingdom in the temple of the backwards tree. That's where we are. Basically, my workshop. All right. Today we have a couple of projects that we're going to start together. All right. And when I say a couple of projects, I mean a couple of cool projects. Like we are going to take this ratty old box and we're going to turn it into a fucking badass tarot box. And by that I mean a tarot box that is functional, holds the cards, keeps them safe, and also insulates them from the impure magnetism of other people and other spirits. So your tarot cards, when this is complete, will be totally protected and warded and glyphed. That's the idea. Now, the other project that I intend to do this morning to start on with you. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming. The other project that I'd like to do this morning is to begin to finish up this project of this wand. This is a bamboo shoot that I put a peridot on. And it was a great wand for a while, but the problem was I didn't use the right paint. Morning, Tofu. Yeah, I didn't use the right paint, so I used all I had, which was watercolors here, and it worked about as good as you would imagine it would, which was not good. So we had to sand this thing down, and we're going to do it this time right with acrylic. So we're going to get to these two projects here, and while we do these projects, we'll chop it up about some magical related stuff. All right, let me just smoke here. There we go. All right, I got some coffee. Now, this is going to look a little bit more than ridiculous, but I'm going to have to drink my coffee through a fucking straw. All right, though. All right. So, without further ado, I recommend that when you do this project, that you use 3 grades of sandpaper if you really want to have a nice texture, okay? I recommend you start off with a heavy grain, all right, and then move down to a medium, and then finish it off with a light. That's what I would recommend. All right. So, step 1, we are going to take the cards out of the box. And what do I have in here? Let's see this box of goodies. Let me adjust this so you can see. All right. Now we like this. All right. We have a Rider-Waite. Da-da-da. We have Prince Orobus' Zippo. We have a badass pendulum with Tiger's Eye. Now, the reason a Tiger's Eye pendulum is so valuable is because Tiger's Eye lets you see through lies, falsehood, and allows you discernment. That's very important with a pendulum, I think. Some people choose to opt for amethyst or what have you, but I think Tiger Eye is a better choice. And Prince Orobus is hanging out, so let's get him going here. This is our ratty box. This was used to hold spices at one point. Korean ginseng, and this is old as the hills. So we'll do a little bit of sanding here. Today's step, if we only get the sanding done this session, it's cool, because next time we're going to hit it with 2 coats of gesso. The time after that, we're going to do our acrylic painting of it. And then probably the 5th time and the final time, we'll do our actual glyph wardings and things like that. So, all right. Now, I intended to talk with you guys this morning about necromancy. Necromancy. That word means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. All right. Necromancy used to mean any kind of sorcery. All right. Now, it traditionally means, though, sorcery that has to do with the dead, or in modern terms, death current energy. Now, a lot of people are scared by that. A lot of people don't want to get involved with it. But really, death is a very natural part of life, and we have to accept that. So here's a basic necromantic operation that everybody should be familiar with. How to create a connection with your ancestors. This is very important, very important. And a lot of us in this modern world, we neglect this. What I recommend that you do is spend some time getting to know your family tree. Your immediate family first. Go through your mother and your father's side and learn about who is who. All right. Most of us don't know anything about our relatives past our grandparents. That's sad. All right. You have to realize this about yourself. You are the current living link, the current living link of thousands of years of human history. Your ancestors struggled, fought in wars, endured famine, disease, forced migration, inclement weather, brutal rulership, all so that you, my watcher, could be here today, right now. That's what happened so that you could be here. So, in my mind, it only makes sense that we look back and we give some props to the ancestors that put us here. We are the living link between what happened and what will happen. That's us. And that's a powerful place to be. I want to have lived the kind of life that when it's all said and done, my ancestors are happy to see me come back. You know, that's how I want to keep it, man. I want to keep it, you know. So find out about your relatives first. All right. And if you have relatives that have passed and you had a special bond with them prior, I would suggest you start working with them first. Get a picture of theirs, all right, or an obituary photo if necessary, and place it on the mantle or in your private shrine area. Keep this away from like infernal energy and keep this away from other energies. It needs to be by itself. Okay. There's a reason I'm telling you that. Then what you want to do is take that photo and think strongly of that individual. Think about their life, the things that they were known for, what highlights they had. You're going to feel a connection start to form, a psychic connection. I want you to take energy from within you, from within your core, pour it through your arms into the photo. Understand that that photo is able to still serve as a link to this person, even through time, space, and death itself. And when we flood that with energy, we're going to make that connection stronger and more vibrant and more healthy. And then, like when you're on the phone waiting for someone to pick up, you're going to feel someone pick up. And when they do, I would suggest the first thing you say to them is, "It's so great to finally see you again, blah, 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 blah. This is a place of honor for you on the shrine." Put their picture up, and then you can give them little offerings of rice in a bowl and water each day, and maybe a white candle. That's going to give your spirit ancestors sustenance. All right. It's going to give them strength. It's going to give them energy. They need that to survive where they are. A lot of them do. A lot of them. It could take up to a year for a person who passed away to get where they're finally getting in the afterlife, you know. Most people's afterlife, by the way, isn't bad. Whenever I've done these intercessions, almost every single time, the spirit says to me, "I want him to know I'm okay. Tell him I'm okay. Tell him I'm okay." Because the family members worry about what's going to happen afterwards, and the spirit's like, "No, you don't got to worry about that. That's the easy part." So that connection that you are building is going to grow. Now you can take this a couple of different roads from here. You can just leave it as ancestor, honoring, or you can attempt to work with your ancestral spirit and train them on how to be effective on the other side to change things here. I do recommend you burn things like ancestor money regularly to them, okay? Because it should not be a one-way street where they help you in this life and you don't do anything for them. That's not right, and you wouldn't want that kind of relationship with family anyway. Keep it 100 and keep it, two-way street. All right. Now, that's the basic psychic connection with a relative. Now let's take that step a little further. Mike, well, you said a picture of my relative. I can use that to make a connection. Yeah, you can. What about somebody else's picture? Can I use that to make a connection to somebody else? Yep, you sure can. yeah, you're following me, right? Yep, you got it. Okay, now here's another thing. You can look at that photo and you can see what their aura looks like. What their aura looks like present time, okay, at the time that the photo was taken, and also now. All you have to do is want to see and let yourself see. That's it. So Anyway, photos are a great tool. But Mike, what if I don't have a photo? Okay. Do you have any legendary stories of your ancestor? Like, I had an ancestor who worked with a syndicate. Okay. Good morning. Thank you for coming. He was a Las Vegas and Atlantic City card dealer, like blackjack dealer. And man, this dude was amazing. Like, I have so many stories I could tell. I just gave a test to a very high level student to see if they could do this. And he made a connection with that spirit. And I said, tell me what he looks like. And he did. And I said, tell me something about him that only I would know. And he says, yeah, he was angry his whole life, wasn't he? I'm like, yes, he was. Anyway, my point is, when people can make a psychic connection, you can tell them about their ancestor. You can tell them what they looked like, what they were like, their personality. This is how you create resonance and a positive psychic contact. Once you've made that, now you can actually begin to interact as a third party. And the first thing he told me is, you need to cut down on that shit, man. You know that, right? I was like, dude, come on, man, really? That's the first thing you're going to tell me in like 20-something years? But anyway, it was a great coming together. The student that I put that quiz on, he really passed that really, really well. I was impressed. That's an example of working with your ancestors. So here's where we are with our box that we're sanding. It's not as easy as I imagined it was going to be. There's a lot of layers of garbage here, and this grade of sandpaper isn't heavy enough to do the stripping that I really wanted to. So. Oh, Aroba says it's time. Okay. Does anybody have a question from the audience for Prince Arobus? If you do, type her out. Arobus is going to give you the answer right now. Any questions? Okay, well, Arobus then he's going to chillax until somebody goes ahead and writes him. Oh, shit. Oh, that was good. Good morning, person. If you have any questions, Arobus is answering questions via Tarot 1 cards, so welcome to ask. It's up to you. All right. Now, a lot of you are going to ask me questions about what happened at the forum, okay? A lot of you might ask me questions about this or that. I'm going to tell you the truth, all right? I don't have anything negative to say about that forum, about the people that run it, about any of that, because those are my people. Those are good people, all right? I made a decision to restrict access to myself. That's what this was. When you're not feeling appreciated, when you're not feeling like you're being treated the right way, you can lash out or you can simply restrict access to yourself. And I think the smarter thing for me to do at this point is just to say, well, there's not going to be as much of me going around. So the portion that there is, you're going to have to make an appointment, basically. I mean, I'm keeping my doors open, obviously, for business and obviously for close friends. But otherwise, yeah, you know. Should I heal a few persons who have been on my mind or focus on myself? Okay, let's do an either or, a yes or a no, and then an insight card after that. So upright will be yes, heal the other people, and a reversal will be no, heal yourself. And the second card will be Arobus's insight. Let's get it cracking. All right. By way of rider weight. All right. All right. Now it's a party. Now Arobus is here. It's a party. All right. We're using the exquisite shuffle method of Mike B, which is in my video library on YouTube. This method of shuffling, especially when using reversals in your deck, is very satisfying and produces a quality shuffle and good results for divination. All right. Yeah. Okay, here we go. No, you need to follow up with you. You are the bigger deal. And Aurobus is just telling me straight up, you can't help anybody else if you aren't well first. Okay. If everybody's drowning, you got to get yourself to safety and then begin to worry about throwing in ropes and pulling people out, fishing them out. But you got to do you first, because if you can't, you're going to be in no condition to help anybody else. Let's get a little bit of insight on that. Okay. All right. Prince Orlus, show me. Now, if Prince Orlus is going to take my finger and lead it right to the right card. Yeah. Oh, that's resonating, bro. Look at that. Oh. Now, okay. Strength. Man, you need to rest, bruh, is what you need. You need to rest. You need to recover your strength, and then you need to use it. Now, a lot of people don't have any strength to begin with. Let's just keep it totally real, bro. People that have strength really need to use it the right way. I mean, biblically, there was Samson. I mean, Samson was amazingly strong, and that was a great story. You have great strength too, more than you know, but you have to take care of yourself first. Thus are the words of Aurobus. All right. Cool. All right. I suppose I can sand this box kind of like more on my own time, and I'll do more of it tonight because I don't think anybody really wants to watch Mike B sand a fucking box. I'm gonna keep it real with you, but they want to see how the project develops because this is our project. So, okay, wand. Let's work on the wand for a minute. I'm telling you what, this wand was great. If you don't know how to use a wand, guys, all that shit where they want you to use the athame to do like lesser banishing rituals of the pentagram and shit. Yeah, I understand why. I get the symbolism. Okay. I feel more comfortable using a wand though, because like, look, when a traffic cop is like this, you here, you here, everybody is focused on that traffic cop and his fucking baton. That shit commands attention, and wherever there is attention, there is power. Look at the music. Dun, dun, Okay, he is directing energy of other people at the use of his wand, right? But think about the cop who's about to kick somebody's ass with his billy club. He's giving orders, get on the ground and cuff up, or he's going to beat that ass. Authority. So, what does the wand do in real life? Let me explain. The wand is the element of fire, represented by a physical tool. We all know that, okay? But there are two wands. There's this wand, my physical wand, and then there's the wand that is right here. And that is the fire principle that is developed within myself. Through the use of these tools, we subconsciously train those inner faculties also. So the wand is intended to direct energy. Wherever one is concentrating or focused, that is where energy is going. Hey, you. Yep, talking to you. All right. When you're doing the LBRPs and you're practicing your stars, you clench a fist. I like to clench a left fist and take an exhale and push the astral energy out of my wand and into my star, and then through, boom, yod he vav he, back, gesture of silence. What that does is it stops any rebound energy and keeps the energy right where you put it. You've seen my videos, so you know, but I'm just telling you why. The wand is a great tool to direct energy. I can use the two fingers, okay, like everybody else. I know how. I just feel like I do it better with the wand. I know that's like a training wheels on a bicycle, but it's still more comfortable to me. So if you don't use a wand much, man, they're versatile. I suggest having a few different wands for a few different purposes, like a custom tricked out car. All right, you could trick your wands out for real. You can put some peridot on there. That's a bad bitch. Look at that. Oh, peridot. Now, this wand used to be amazing when I came to directing elemental energy and elementals such as Jinn. I used it primarily for that. My other wands I have for different purposes. Like this wand, I work with the dead a lot with this wand. This wand is a prefab, like a pre-bought. This wand is a creation of an actual bamboo jute stalk that I cut. What are the differences with those two things, and which is better? Well, here's the thing. You're going to have to sleep with each of them for about 7 nights and add a drop of blood to it and rub it on, to make it yours, to make it resonate with you. After that, you need to be putting it in a silk bag to insulate it from the impure magnetism of other people that may try to touch it, which they should never, or keep it put away privately so that other things can't get to it. Now, the advantage with that silk is spirits can't get to it either. It's a magical insulator. I don't really fuck with it, though. I don't care. I don't take it that far, but some people do. Once it resonates with you after 7 days of sleeping with it, okay, it's yours. It's attuned to you. I suggest doing a consecration ceremony formally to bring it into your practice and make it special, make it a tool, make it the representative of fire on the balance of your altar. And you can do a lot. Like I had Agares of the Goetia one time. He jumped out of his triangle and started going around my fucking circle. Like I couldn't see him, but I could fucking feel him. My heart was like this. As I felt this fucking strong thing pushing on my circle and going around it, around the back. I'm like, holy fuck, what am I going to do? So I pointed the wand at him, like where I sensed he was, and I'm like, back in the triangle, back, sit down. And it didn't listen. And so I'm like, oh, fuck, now I'm completely fucked. What am I going to do? I said, no, you have to say it with balls. Back in the triangle. And then he's like, okay, But it was very dramatic. It was some hot shit, man. It's very, very exciting stuff. So, and me and Agares are great now, but he just wanted to wrestle a little bit, spirit wrestling. But the wand was a great tool there. There is another tool called the blasting rod. I'm not going to cover that today. It's a little too much ground. Tofu, you still with me, brother? Looks like you are. All right. Arobus wonders if you have another question. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what he said. I can't make that up, can I? Tell me, what is it? Is it wise to work with all my ancestors or a select few? Ancestors and I disagree on certain matters of justice. Man, okay, this was going to go farther than I wanted it to, but I'm glad you brought it up because it was going to have to get covered anyway. All right, in your family, in my family, and in everybody else's family, there are beefs, serious beefs between members, between us and them, between them and others. This is what you need to know. When somebody dies, their attitude does not automatically change. Okay. Good morning. Thank you for coming. Their attitude does not magically change. There's no magical moment of reconciliation. If I thought you were a dick in life, I probably still think you're a dick when I'm dead. So do not put family members near one another on the ancestral shrine that had problems with each other or problems with you. I would select working with family members that you had a close, good relationship with first. Thank you for clarifying that, Tofu. That was good. Yep. Basically, like, you wouldn't invite too many family members over that were fighting because, like, it'd be bad. So, like, on one holiday, you bring over this group, and on another holiday, you might bring over that group so that nobody fights. Yeah, like that. Yep. Okay, we're about done with the wand here. All right, cool. Now, we've done our box for today. We've done a lot of sanding on our box, and we've done a lot of sanding on our wand. I'm going to go ahead and finish that sanding privately so you guys don't have to endure that. And next time, we're going to hit it with gesso. I'm going to show you what that undercoat foundation looks like and how to do it easily at home. Okay, Prince Orovis, I have a new watcher here, a new audience member. Do you have any questions for Prince Orovis, my new friend? Or do you want to sit and watch quietly? It's up to you. If you have a question, Prince Orovis is happy to answer it for you now. Okay, well, yeah, back to current events. Look, yeah, I'm not really interested in bringing that beef onto my YouTube channel more than I need to, because I know that the people that are involved, they pretty much hang on every single thing that I say and do. So I know if I want to tell them something, I just have to do it here like this. I don't watch their shit. I don't give a fuck what they say. It doesn't matter to me what they say. Like, I don't spend any time on that. But I don't want to poison my good vibes here with that beef. So basically, look, if I'm beefing with you, you know that I'm beefing with you, and it's going to continue until I say it does. You know, it's going to continue until I say it's over. So otherwise, man, I'm just doing me. You know, I'm just restricting access to myself and trying to keep my circle tighter and do me, and that's it. I mean, nothing changed. I just didn't want to participate anymore with a certain select group of people and just decided to keep it moving myself. I was better off, you know, alone. You know, that was how I figured it. You get to a certain point in your career magically, and you just don't need alliances anymore. I mean, you need them for a while when you get through intermediate, I think. But you don't really after a certain point. And once you're strong enough to stand on your own in the left-hand path, we're not really pack animals anyway. We're not supposed to be. You ought to be able to stand on your own too and take care of yourself, handle your business, do what you do, without having to have a lot of support from other people. You know, that's my view. Anyway, you guys, thank you very much for joining me this morning. I really appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and do this again next Wednesday morning. I will see all of you there. Prince Orovis bids you all good fortune and farewell. And we'll see you next week, Wednesday morning. Peace and chicken grease. This is Mike B, the Silver Devil, the Dark God of the Clipper. Oof.